Hello students, today we will discuss division algorithm in polynomial. By this method, we can divide a polynomial by another polynomial, and it is very much similar to a regular division that we are doing from class 3rd. But we will revise the basic concept and the terminology, like you are very much familiar with the sign, and we put some number here. As we will not put some number here, we will have some polynomial. So let the polynomial that is here, it means the polynomial that is to be divided is px, and we are supposed to divide this polynomial px by another polynomial that is gx. So it is very much clear to you that what is here inside these arms. This is a polynomial that has to be divided, and this is the polynomial that will divide this px, and this px is known as dividend. We all know that whatever that has to be divided is known as dividend, and the number which divides the dividend is called divisor. After division, we obtain something here, that is the quantity that remains undivided, and that is known as remainder, and the result of division is written here, and that we will call quotient. Okay, so we have px, that is dividend. We will divide it by gx, that is divisor. This is the quotient, let it is qx, and the remainder, let it is r. So we all know this simple terminology. Now I'll do a simple division, a very simple division. Let it is 217, and we will divide it by let 5 should be. Okay, so what is the common practice? That we write here 4, and then multiply this 5 into 4. 5 into 4, it means we'll multiply this divisor to the quotient, and whatever we obtain, like 5 into 4 is 20, we write here, and subtract this quantity. So the first step, that we will find an appropriate term of quotient, and then multiply this divisor to the quotient, and whatever we obtain, we subtract from the dividend. And after subtraction, suppose here we have 17, then we again find a appropriate quotient term. Here it is 3. Again I will multiply 5 into 3. It means every time we have to multiply divisor with the next quotient term. So 5 into 3 is 15. We have to put the product here, and then we have to perform a subtraction, and 2. Now we will not do the further division, as we know that the remainder is now less than this divisor, and we cannot further do the division. So, or if we want to do the division, we need a decimal, but here in polynomial we don't have to use that decimal concept, so we'll just leave it to this step. So what I want to say to you, what you have to remember, that every time you have to multiply the divisor to the quotient term, and whatever you obtain after multiplication, you have to subtract from the dividend. Now the next step is to choose another quotient multiply the quotient with the divisor, subtract, and whatever is left is remainder. And now we will not do it further, as remainder is less than your divisor. Here it is gx. So in polynomial also we have to use these simple methods. Now we will solve a problem on this concept. Here I have to divide this px, polynomial px, with gx. The first step, we have to arrange the polynomial in accordance with the degree, descending degree. So here I have to write 3x to the power 4, the highest power. Then the next is 4x cube. We don't have any square term, so we can assume at 0x square, and then 3x, and then minus 1. Just see, here the power is 4, then 3, then 2, then 1, then power is 0. So we have to arrange in the descending order. And gx, as usual, this is the divisor and this is the dividend. Now I will start the division. 3x to the power 4 minus 4x cube, 0x square, minus 3x, and minus 1. And the divisor x minus 2. So here, how to find the term of the quotient? So remember one thing, that look at the first term of the dividend and the first term of the divisor. First term of the dividend and the first term of the divisor, and divide them. So 3x to the power 4 upon x, first term of dividend and first term of divisor. If I divide it, I obtain 3x to the power 3, and that will be the first term of the quotient. Now I told you that we have to multiply this divisor to this quotient. We have to multiply this divisor to this quotient. So I will multiply x into 3x cube, x into 3x cube. Simply I will write it for you, 3x to the power 3 and x minus 2. So 3x cube into x, that is 3x to the power 4, and 3x to the power 3 into 2, that is 3 into 2, 6 x cube with a negative sign. So I will just multiply this divisor to the quotient, and what I obtain, 3x to the power 4 minus 6x cube. Now I have to subtract. So subtraction change all the sign. You know that if we have a negative sign outside any number, it changes its sign. So this plus 3x to the power 4 becomes minus 3x to the power 4, and this minus 6x cube becomes plus 6x cube. So we will not consider here positive and here negative. We will consider the opposite sign. Here it was positive, so we will consider a negative one. Here it was negative, so we will just consider plus. So now plus 3x to the power 4 and minus 3x to the power 4, they will get cancelled. Minus 4x cube and plus 6x cube, like terms, they are like terms, plus 6x cube and minus 4x cube. So we have 2x cube. Now I will write the remaining terms, 0x square minus 3x minus 1. Now to calculate the next term of the quotient, again I will divide the first term of the dividend with the first term of the divisor. So here it is 2x cube upon x. If I will divide, it becomes 2x square, a positive of 2x square. So plus 2x square. Now this is the next term of the quotient. I will multiply this 2x square with x minus 2. 2x square with x minus 2. If I will multiply, 2x square into x, so this becomes 2x cube. 2x cube. Now 2x square into 2, that is minus 4x square. Again we will perform the subtraction. Here it was positive, so it becomes negative, and here it was negative, so it becomes positive. We can keep it in bracket. Now plus 2x cube and minus 2x cube, obviously they will get cancelled. Here plus 0x square, it means it is nothing, and plus 4x square, so plus 4x square. Now for the next term of the quotient, again we will choose the first term of the dividend and the first term of the divisor. Let's divide. So 4x square upon x, we will have just 4x. So this is the term, quotient term, and I will multiply the quotient with the divisor. So 4x into x minus 2, so that is 4x into x, 4x square, and 4 into 2, 8x. I will write it here, 4x square minus 8x. Subtraction, this becomes negative as it was positive, and here this negative, this was negative, so it becomes a positive one. So plus 4x square minus 4x square, again they will get cancelled. Plus 8x minus 3x, plus 8x minus 3x, it means I have to subtract 3x from this 8x and left with 5x minus 1. Now again we have to find a quotient term. So first term of the dividend is 5x, and the first term of the divisor, as usual, it was x, cancelled, and here it becomes plus 5. Just I have to write here, but 4x plus 5. Now I will multiply this term of the quotient to the divisor. So 5 into x, 5x, 5 into minus 2, that becomes minus 10. Subtraction, so this positive 5x becomes minus 5x, and this negative 10 becomes plus 10. They will get cancelled. Plus 10 minus 1, 9. Now see, what is the degree of this 9? Degree of this 9, degree of this 9. We have nothing as any variable term, so I can write x to the power 0. I will not write, but keep it in your mind that this can be x to the power 0. So degree of this remainder is now x to the power 0, and degree of our divisor is 1. So now we will not divide it further. So remember that we will divide until the degree of remainder is less than degree of our divisor. So here the degree of divisor is 1, and here the degree of remainder is 1. Now this degree is less than this one, so we will stop the division, and our quotient is 3x cube plus 2x square plus 4x plus 5. This is the quotient. Remainder is 9, and this is divisor, and this is the dividend. Here another polynomial px, and this is gx. We can see that the degrees and the powers are not in the descending order, so we'll rearrange them, and px becomes x cube plus x square plus 2x plus 3. Now this is px, dividend, and gx, that is the divisor. We will also arrange it out, so it becomes x plus 2. Now here the power is 3, 2, 1, 0, 1, 0. So they are in the descending order. Now we'll start the division. This method is also known as long division method, division algorithm also, and we can call it as long division method. Now here this is the dividend, and this is your divisor. Now tell me, what should I do? I have to find the quotient. How? divide the first term of the dividend by the first term of the divisor. So x to the power 3, when we will divide it by x, power will cancel and it become x square. So this is the first term of the quotient. Now I have to multiply this quotient term with this divisor. So x square into x plus 2, x square into x, x cube, x square into 2, 2x square. So x to the power 3 plus 2x square. Subtraction, so we'll change the sign, negative. This will also become negative. Plus x cube minus x cube, cancelled. Minus 2x square plus x square, like terms. Minus 2x square plus x square. So we have minus x square plus 2x plus 3. Now for the next term of the quotient, I will divide the first term of the dividend by the first term of the divisor. Here it is minus x square upon x. It will get cancelled, so become minus x. So the next term of the quotient is minus x. Multiply minus x with this term. So minus x into x. Minus x square. Minus x into plus 2. Minus 2x. Subtraction. For subtraction we will change the sign. Negative becomes positive and this negative also becomes positive. Just change the sign for subtraction. So minus x square plus x square, cancelled. Plus 2x and plus 2x, that is plus 4x plus 3. For the next term of the quotient, I will divide the first term of the dividend 4x with the first term of the divisor, that is x, 4. Okay, why I am dividing here? The degree is 1, here degree is 1, they are equal, and we have to divide until the degree of the remainder becomes less than the degree of the divisor. So we will divide it 4. This is the term of the quotient. So 4 into x, 4x. 4 into 2, 8. Change the sign, negative, negative. This positive becomes negative, this positive becomes negative. It will get cancelled. Minus 8 plus 3. It becomes minus 5. Now, the degree of this 5 is 0 and the degree of the divisor is 1. So, the degree of remainder is less than the degree of the divisor. That's why we will stop it, and the result of this division is x square minus x plus 4. I will give you some questions. Just try to solve, and if you have find any difficulty, you can contact me. Thank you.